Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to episode 13 of Hillian's Talk. Number 13, unlucky for some, definitely unlucky for you, because not only am I joined by my lovely co-host Jack Naldrit, but I'm also joined by superfan, drum extraordinaire, and noisemaker, George Titterton.
Yes, I'm here today. I think you'll find out why I normally stick behind the drum and not behind the microphone. But I'm here.
No, pleasure to have you, mate. This is our first official Fancast. Is that a thing?
Oh, Fancast, yeah, it is now.
Yeah, all right, we're making it a thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's good to be on. And I just wanted to start quickly by saying thank you guys for running this podcast. It's been really amazing, having not been in town as much, to follow the club and to have the insight of the fans and to know what's going on. So yeah, thanks for the hard work, guys. Wanted to save that for the start of the pod.
You're very welcome. I mean, we very much enjoy it. And as you can see, it's not exactly hard work, just chilling in my living room and chatting crap for an hour.
It's mostly Lynden. I just come and sit in his living room and chat for an hour. He actually does the hard work, but
it's not actually that hard either. I mean,
Brilliant.
I should really sell this more. Like,
yes, I'm trying to pick you up here, mate.
It's a setup. It's good.
Yeah, no, we very much enjoy it, and having not been involved in podcasts before to this level, I think it's been a resounding success so far. No one's told us it's just straight up awful yet. So.
Still time, everyone. Still time.
Still time. But yeah, lots to cover today. 4 games that have happened since we last spoke. Apologies for everyone. There's just been some scheduling. Of course, my phone's bloody Dave Bradbury. Right, hold on. And we're back. Sorry about that. Quick phone call. Where were we? 4 games to cover.
4 games to cover.
So Broadbridge Heath at home, Carl Shorten away, #United at home, and Whitehawk at home.
Yes.
Where do we want to start? Broadbridge Heath. Chronological. That does make sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. I mean, we won't touch on Broadbridge Heath too much because we
don't want to.
That is a good point. We don't really want to, but I feel like we should. I feel like we can't just ignore that as much as I would love to just ignore that. To be honest, I wanted to bring it up purely because I've got a question to ask both of you about it. Now. The Sussex Cup, now, for a lot of fans, the Sussex Cup's really, really important. Obviously, the finals at the Amex, big day out for the club, big evening out for the club. Like, I obviously 100% wants to win that game, and I'm disappointed with every defeat, but I don't enjoy or like the Sussex Cup as much as the normal fan does. So
why?
Because there's a couple of reasons. So when we went to the final last year, I don't like how like corporate is treated. I'd much prefer the Sussex Cup final to be like at the Dripping Pan or Worthing or at Eastbourne Borough or like a proper non-league venue. Yeah. Okay. I don't like how it's at the I get why it's at the Amex. I like it for the players. I like it for the managers. That's obviously what achievement that is. So
best club of the Premier League as well, of course.
So obviously I wouldn't want that to be taken away. But I didn't enjoy it as a fan being at the Amex. Who knows when we'll ever get back there again. But and it's also I don't know. I would prefer. I don't know. That's my big gripe with it, really. So from my point of view, I wasn't as disheartened with losing as much as the next fan, but I wanted to then throw it to you guys and be like, obviously, it was a pretty poor performance, especially second half. How
I'm bored of saying that as well.
I suppose how do you value the Sussex Cup? And obviously from the result aside, obviously being really annoyed, are you pretty gutted we've not gone through into getting to that stage of this competition? How do you guys view it as different opinions?
After you, sir.
Well, it's actually it's a bit of a passion of mine, the Sussex Cup, in terms of I don't like the fact it's at the Amex. I don't want to sound like a sour grape with it, because I think it is amazing to give the players the opportunity to play at such a ground and the management team to be involved in that. And as fans, to watch Burgess Hill at the Amex like we did in 2019 was pretty amazing. It was pretty cool to see. Would have been better if we won. But most teams, or all the teams, are non-league teams, apart from Brighton, but they're not. It's not the first team. And for the fans, we get the chance to go to the Amex if we want to anyway, whereas we choose to watch Burgess Hill to follow grassroots football. Yeah. So to whack it at the Amex, it takes the soul almost out of it. You've got a majority empty stadium, and if you put it at the Dripping Pan, the old Pan Zero, it would be an unbelievable atmosphere. Everyone would love it.
Obviously, Worthing have done a lot of ground renovations now. They can probably maybe even host more than Worthing. Lewis, I don't know. But yeah, that's sort of my big thing about it is, obviously, I wanted us to win. Obviously, I'm disappointed we lost. That goes without saying. But I've sort of moved on quicker than I think most fans in terms of being out of the competition and looking ahead. So that was just a reason why I wanted
We might
to
have wanted to go a little bit further though.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I didn't want us to lose at home to a team in the league below who thoroughly deserved the win on the night. Don't get me wrong, Broadby Chief, very very good side. They've keep sort of beating us. It seems they really did a number on us last year in the league, even though we were flying in that, and now they've done a number on us again. They've scored 6 goals in their 2 visits to Leylands Park, so that's pretty
not ideal.
No, not ideal at all. And let's not sort of hide away from it. The second half was pretty embarrassing, really. You could, and I think that if you want to really go and hear what the club thought of it, I would recommend people that haven't listened to it go and listen to Lynden's post match with Gary Mansell, where he was very honest in terms of what him and his management team thought about the performance, the result, and making sure that level of performance doesn't happen again. Because he was very honest in terms of that was nowhere near the levels required, and that's from the manager's point of view. So it's not just me coming on and perhaps being a little bit over the top. I think Gary did a very very good interview with you.
Yeah, I think it was good.
But like we always do, we sort of have a poor defeat and then we bounce back, don't we? We bounce back and move on.
Yeah, and just my 2 pence is that I suppose I see it a little bit differently to you guys. I mean, for me, it's always about the league. Like, obviously, it's very easy to come out and just say, focus on the cups. Sorry, not focus on the cups. Focus on the league. Cups are nice. But for me, I guess being a Brighton fan might swing it a little bit for me. Like, I love being at the Amex. I like going to the Amex. I like watching Brighton there. So to see them, Burgess Hill, the team I love arguably more, play there, I think is kind of cool and special. Like, I have a long-standing affiliation with the Amex anyway. I used to work there. I worked there the first year it opened as a ground. Which was awesome, and I did some work experience whilst it was being built. So yeah, I have some ties with the ground, so a little bit different. I would have liked to have seen us there. I didn't actually see us. I've never seen us play there. I didn't see the final there. So yeah, I guess it would have been nice, but ultimately the league's more important. My pending 10k is more important. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm. Guess I'm a little bit more upset maybe, but I'm more upset in the manner that we lost. Like I don't like seeing Burgess Hill lose. I especially don't like seeing us lose in that way. But we did bounce back, and I think, like you said, and Gary's interview was brilliant. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Broadbridge Heath. And actually, sorry, just to echo what you said, great side, played very well, deserved it on the night.
Yeah. There we go. And like you say, we bounced back, we moved on. It's a thing that Burgess will do, which is a very good trait to have. Normally when we have a sort of lull or a poor performance or string of results, we do turn it around. We do bounce back, and we coming into the hashtag game, we needed a win really. We just obviously lost to Broadby Chief, like we mentioned, but we weren't on a run of wins in the league. We drew a few, we lost a few. We were sort of looking for that win, and the hashtag game was pretty eventful in the end.
Oh, wasn't it just?
It was quite eventful, even though it was a pretty comfortable 2-0 win in the end. But obviously there was different factors that played into that.
Yep.
Comfortability. I suppose we'll start off by talking about the early red card, which I know both of you will have seen. Now you'll both know my standpoint on this. I'm very passionate that it was a definite red card, and the reason why I think it was such a red card is because I don't think now in 2025 in the way football is now, I don't think you can make any contact with a player's head and not be a red card. I don't believe for a second it was on purpose. I don't think he meant to really injure George or hurt him. I think it was a genuine attempt to play the ball, but he didn't win the ball. George won the ball, and he then clobbered him in the face. I just don't know, and in what world now that can't be a red card. That's my viewpoint on it. Again, I'd love to hear both of yours because you might differ, but that's why I think it was a red card for me.
Yeah, it was a weird one for me. So obviously, sitting side of the pitch when it happened, my initial thought live there and then was straight away, yeah, red, 100%. Never a doubt in my mind, straight red card. And then I flitted because then I saw it back for the first time and was like, oh, because the sound on the day was almost sickening. Like, I thought George was out cold.
Yeah,
like that sound was it was a
horrible,
like dull crack, thud. Like it was
bone on bone.
Yeah, so I was like on the day I was straight up red. Yeah, 100%, never a doubt in my mind. Then I saw it back for the first time and I was like, oh, maybe that was like a little bit harsh. Maybe it was maybe a 50-50. And then I saw it again from another angle and I went back to going, no, yeah, that's a straight red. I mean, I have seen them not given. And you could make an argument that it was on the softer side of red cards, but I don't think so. I think ultimately, I think it was a deserved red. The Georgia won the ball. He's turned his back as well, which I think like
that's the thing.
You can't claim to be trying to play the ball if you're not looking at it.
Yeah. I would have more sympathy for him. I know this is going to sound quite bad, but I would have more sympathy for him if he actually like made contact with his head. They're both going for the header, and he's like split second out and accidentally like almost headbutts George. But it's obviously an attempt to play the ball.
Absolutely.
Because then, I mean, it's probably still a red card, but at least that's a complete total accident. It's just one of those
you can be like
really
unlucky,
unfortunate things. But he's not done that.
He's turned his back. He's not looking
exactly
at the ball.
to have time to turn your back and then.
He's not even looking at George, which would I would argue from a referee's point of view. Then he's out of control.
Yeah.
If he's not looking where he's going or at the ball,
very good point.
He's out of control, and he's not in control. Therefore, it's a red card.
Yeah. Yeah, and the hashtag obviously filmed it from a few angles, and they weren't too happy about it, were they?
They weren't happy about anything, to be fair.
But I wasn't at the game, but having seen it online from a few angles, because your work, Lynden, and hashtags. Videos
Sam,
too.
give him credit. But.
Yeah, I also agree. It was out of control, forceful tackle, which ended up on George's head, so it's dangerous.
Yeah,
red card.
There you go. I think it's a very good point you made about out of control, because it was like, dangerous, out of control. I don't think you can have.
One of the thresholds for a card when I did my refereeing course, which is going back quite a few years now, so it may well have changed, and apologies if I'm wrong here, but one of the words, as well as out of control, one of the thresholds for red cards was excessive force.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's still the case today. It sounds like it probably might be, but would I say that was excessive force? No, I don't think so. But
agreed.
But yeah, the out of control thing for me, and just if you're not looking at the ball and you're making contact with the player's head, then you're like I said, I've said him not given, but you haven't got much of a defence.
You're leaving the referee with a question if it is or isn't. So he's going to give one decision either way. You can't leave the referee up for debate, because sometimes it goes against you, like it has for them today.
Yeah,
on that day.
Exactly. But I mean, I think that's the take on the red card. I mean, the most important thing, obviously, was that George was somehow absolutely fine by it. Bless him. He bounced up within like 30 seconds and carried on for the whole game. That was obviously the best thing.
The sound on the day, I thought this is like genuinely that it was such one of those sickening sounds. For a minute, I thought this is game postponed. George in ambulance. But no, 30 seconds later, he's up fine and
sprinting around the pitch.
One of our best players.
Yeah,
because he has genuinely been incredible the last sort of 3 or 4 games we've watched him in. So, so thank God he is all right. And obviously, like we said, we know the hashtag player probably didn't mean it. It's not.
No,
it's just poor decision making from him, I think. So but everyone's okay. So that's the main thing, I guess.
Absolutely. And then move on to the actual game, and probably be a theme of this episode. We'll probably be talking for most of it about how good Chris Whelpdale is. To be honest,
we could do a whole episode on how good Chris Whelpdale is.
Yeah,
shall we? I feel like
why not? Yeah, why not?
Here we go, guys. I bring that up obviously as we won 2-0, and Whelpdale got both the goals. The first one was a crossing from the right, and it was a sort of glanced header which hit the inside of the post. Lovely header inside of the post, and it definitely did cross the line.
Yeah, 100%.
I can confirm.
100%.
I was obviously behind the goal and sort of right in line with it. It was quite a way over. To be fair, again, hashtag we're a bit unhappy about that, but.
You can see on the video from how far the keeper's dived backwards.
And you can always tell by the players' reactions as well.
Yeah,
you always can by these sort of things. If the keeper's going like really mad about it and the defence are going mad, you know there's probably a reason for that. But nobody really. I mean, the keeper did a half-hearted. I know, but come on,
they all knew.
Who are you kidding?
It's definitely over the line.
And then we scored at a really good time. To be honest, for our second goal, it was about 5 minutes after half time, which really just deflated hashtag, to be honest.
Yeah, and we have the privilege of seeing their halftime team talk on the video, and it was all about keeping it a 1-0, staying in the game, and they come out.
I can see in 5 minutes.
Lol.
Good team talk, boys.
Keep it tight. Stop Chris Whelpdale. 5 minutes later.
Yeah, they were banging on about Whelpdale as well.
Yeah.
He's got us before.
The whole pre-match was about Whelpdale as well. About containing him and
You can try and stop him. Yeah. Good luck doing it.
They went through plan A to Z very quickly and none of it worked.
No, not a day for hashtag bless them.
No, but I will have to say, like, everyone I met on the day was really nice from the hashtag guys.
Yeah.
I thought that they were a good team, good bunch of lads. Just didn't go their way for them on the pitch. And I thought, but to be fair, I still thought we were the better team.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to say, but I did think for the first 20 minutes before the red card, I thought we were well on top. Obviously, it was a long way to go before then, but there was good, encouraging signs. But you get red cards and obviously penalties and all this stuff change games, and that was in our favour. Obviously helped us, but in the end, obviously due to a nice sort of comfortable 3 points in the league, which at that point we sort of needed just to get back to winning ways in the league, and then especially because we then moved on to a game 48 hours later, which I don't think we've played many Monday night games.
Monday night football,
probably one or two, but we're not used to Monday night football, so it was a bit of a rarity for us.
Before we just go to the Monday night football,
go on.
We quickly want to touch on the double red hashtag as well.
Yeah, the ref was a bit busier than what we've let on.
Because that's completely slipped my mind.
Yeah. So
sorry, Martin.
Yeah. I'm not letting Martin get away with it.
So I totally forgot about it.
Best believe I'm not going to not bring this up. So they're down to 10, and then there's a double red for, call it a scuffle.
Yeah.
A scuffle on the touchline, pretty much right on the halfway line in front of the grandstand. What do we think? There's not too many good football angles, video angles of it, and that is no one's fault because play wasn't stopped straight away because it happened after the ball. So everyone's following the ball. The ball ended up in the complete opposite corner. So there's not great video evidence of it. Hashtag did have a video camera set up exactly where it happened, but again, they were following the ball, so I had to kind of pan back to it and got the second in. So it looked like a bit of handbags between Martin and their number 2. I was going to say 2.
Yeah, the right back. Ringo, as they were calling him on the hashtag footage. Oh. So, unlucky Ringo.
He ring went.
Yeah.
And is so bad. And what do we think? 2 reds, fair? From what you saw of it?
Did either of them really need to be sent off there? It's my view. Either of them. I think if the ref just booked them both and laughed at them, I think that would have been about right. Just be like, what are you doing, both of you? Get booked and get on with it.
Yeah.
That would be my view. Obviously, maybe I'm coming at this because we've got one of our best players out for 3 games, but I certainly think both of them were as bad as each other, though. I don't.
There's no fault here.
As far as I'm aware, their guy left one late on Boxy, and then Boxy retaliated to it and sort of shoved him to the ground. I think, and then they both, then got involved in just trying to push each other. Basically, I think it was silly from both of them, and I think the decision should have been the same to both. I just don't think it deserved a red card. It wasn't like it was a massive fight fest where they were throwing right hooks at each other. It was just a bit of pushing and shoving, really. From my view, anyway.
I mean, I'm kind of with you. I feel like maybe I'm just a little bit more harsh, but I think maybe I would have sent them both off.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been a long time since I reffed a game, but I didn't actually see so much of what their number 2 did, but I kind of saw Boxy's retaliation, and I was just like, it was silly. I can understand it, don't get me wrong, I completely understand it, but I was just like, and I think as soon as I can't remember which order he sent them off, but
he sent off their guy straight away.
Their guy first, and then
straight away.
Yeah, he did have a lengthy conversation with the linesman, didn't he? It wasn't just he wasn't rash.
Linesman was literally as close to me and George are, which is very close.
Yeah,
to people listening.
Yeah, they're all over each other. You can't see this,
but we're sharing microphones, guys.
I think I would have sent him off, to be honest.
Fair enough, George. Got any?
Well, I wasn't at the game, so I'm only going on those dodgy angles which you've seen, but it seemed they were a bit aggressive. But what it does mean, am I right in thinking it's a 3-game ban for Boxy, which is big.
Yeah.
Over, I mean, he's already served one of those at the weekend, which again we'll touch on, but he's got, the next 2 games we're going to be missing Martin, who would have started both games. He's one of our better players, and which is it's a big loss. Maybe that's why, Jack, you're leaning towards not a red card.
Yeah, maybe. Genuinely, maybe, yeah.
I just want him back.
Yeah, it is a big blow for us. But, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, maybe the ref made his right decision. It was one of those ones, I don't know if it was a wrong decision to send them both off. I just think maybe he should have a bit more leniency. But
don't get me wrong. If he had just booked both of them, I wouldn't have been crying out.
It's not one of those howlers where you go, why has he done that? Because it's fair enough, but... There we go. I mean, it wasn't. That was relatively late on in the game. There was still a bit to play. About 10 minutes to go.
But I don't think they were ever going to recover with 9. No. Even though we were obviously then down to 10, I think just 9 leaves so much space on the field.
Finishing 9v10 is a crazy game of football.
It did wind Hashtag up a little bit more though, which was entertaining when watching the video.
Yes.
Not, I wish them well. I like what they're doing, but it made it a good laugh knowing it was. I suppose
it really summed up Hashtag's day. If we don't focus on us, from their point of view, they'll obviously be going as well, probably similar to me. Didn't need a red card. That's now 2 players now out for 3 games for them, rather than
I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, so that's now, their starting midfielder and their starting right back out for 3 games. So, not ideal for them at all. So that probably just...
But credit where credit's due. I thought Hashtag, like I say, for those who don't know, Hashtag are quite a media-involved club. It's probably a fair way of describing them. They do a lot of production on the games.
YouTube formed, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So, they have deep roots in YouTube. They do a sort of video diary of every game they play or I don't know if they've been doing it for previous years, but certainly this year. And they did a great job. I thought their video was very entertaining. You could argue it was a little bit biased, but from their commentators were doing that live. So in the heat of the moment, their team's losing, they're getting players sent off. Like, you can kind of forgive them for that and overlook
100%.
it. And we'd probably do the same in their shoes. So I thought overall, I thought it was really good. I thought it was a good video, and it was good to see our club in that kind of exposure as well. So thanks, Hashtag, for that.
Yeah, it's cool to play them. We've known about them for a few years, me and Jack, and it's a really cool Burgess Hill versus Hashtag.
Yeah.
Which is it's a bit strange to be playing a team called Hashtag when you think about it, but we try not to think about it, I guess. And
from a sort of younger generation point of view, we've sort of known the rise of Hashtag a bit more because we've been more on YouTube, than perhaps some other people have been. And so it was pretty cool for to watch them live and beat them and just. Yeah,
you've got that Spencer FC signed book somewhere.
I do, yeah. The owner of Hashtag, I was a big fan in his YouTube heydays about Spencer 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, big fan. I didn't actually. I know he was at the game. I never actually saw him once though.
I did see him.
So that's my fault clearly. But
didn't talk to him. But
no,
I did see him.
But I would have just stared and pointed really. But I didn't get to do that. So there we are. I think that's now everything from Hashtag. Unless there's more red cards you're going to tell me about that I've forgotten.
Yeah, there was 12 in the tunnel. No, I think that's it.
Lovely. Well, now we do move on to
Monday night football.
And there was another red card in this game as well, which we'll touch on. But Monday night football, car shortened away. And it's funny when you win a game 48 hours earlier, what momentum does in football, isn't it, right? We suddenly, 40 hours before, we're going, we're desperate for a win. We could really do with the win in the league and wouldn't it be great? And suddenly, come 10 o'clock on Monday night, we've got 6 points out of 6. We're 8th in the league. And we're all, happy as Larry and can't believe our luck. It's this league. So, it's early days, obviously, but this league's pretty mental so far, isn't it, really?
Well, yeah, we went from second bottom of the form guide to well up the top of it. So it was a great 48 hours.
I mean, this league's crazy in terms of how open it is, in terms of winning one game jumps you up 4 or 5 places, not only in the form guide, but in the table. It's still, obviously, it's still open doors. We're not even halfway through yet. But probably not even a third. We might be just about a third of the way through. But it's so tight and so open still. So I think and 6 points out of 6 for that run we take that all day.
Yeah, and then on to the game. Now, George, you were at this game.
Hey, I was back.
And so was I.
And sorry, guys. Yes. So was Lynden.
I was at an away game.
And so was Jack as well. So all of us were here to give you a car short and debrief. From what you remember about the game, George, deserved win.
Yeah, I mean, we did meet for Matt's birthday at 1 p.m. for breakfast, which actually was in a place which serves alcohol. So
do you remember the game?
Do we remember the game? Is the question. No, we do remember the game. We came out really well. Like you say, we built on that confidence from 48 hours before. We came out flying, looked really good. One thing I would say is I don't think we did too much differently to the games where we didn't pick up 3 points. But things just went for us on said occasion.
There was a key moment, wasn't there, before we took the lead in the first half?
Yes, one of the new centre-backs did sort of... Was it a pass back was short to their striker and popped it wide?
Yeah.
Well, another day it could have gone in, but luck went our way in that moment. And then we capitalised, which wasn't by luck or fortune, was by skill and ability. So you have to capitalise on luck.
As well.
Yeah,
really well
unbelievable.
Worked.
But again, who put the ball in? Chris Welpdale.
Yeah.
Is that final touch, that cross, the shot, which goes...
Such a good ball.
It was literally perfect.
It was pinpoint.
Martin had plenty to do, so we're not taking away from his goal.
Who was on the end of it? Martin, because his suspension hadn't kicked in yet.
Make the most of him while we had him.
Yeah, literally. And we did.
Yeah.
I feel
like maybe felt like he owed us that one.
Yeah. If he's going to go away for 3 games, he might as well leave us with a goal. Fair play to him.
It was well taken as well, because
it was to be fair.
Came in quick.
and it was only obviously it was a far post, and
he didn't have a lot of room to work with.
No, I still don't really know how it snuck between. I don't remember if the keeper's legs or if it just snuck in between the keeper and the near post, but either way it went in.
That was the impressive nature. It was all at full sprint for Martin. He'd call it on the volley at full pace, tucked it in.
He's read it really well. Like,
he's timed it perfectly.
Yeah, that's the word. That's what I was looking for. He timed it perfectly. Welps was putting a demon of a ball in, and it was just a really well worked team goal.
Yeah,
and that's the fortune of having players like Chris, though, who you can trust to put in said ball, and you can sort of gamble to be on the end of it. And then in that case, it really paid off, and that's why Chris whelped out. And obviously, everyone else in the squad who is quality as well are worth their weight in gold.
Absolutely. And then again, as someone I mentioned before, we scored a good time, and we did score a good time there because that was, I think, about 5 minutes before half time. And it was obviously, it goes without saying, a great time to score. So we went to the break 1-0 up. And then I think it was about 10, 15 minutes after half time, roughly, around that time, I'm still not really sure what really happened. I mean, I know now after looking at the replay, our second goal, the penalty, come from a long ball, come from us just not hoofing it downfield, but it was
route one.
Yeah, it was route one. It was route one to Pope, who won the header, and then he managed to win the second ball somehow. Flicked over the defender, who panics like you would not believe, with Ben Pope running in behind, and we can debate another red card now because I'm not sure.
It was harsh, wasn't it?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
I mean, there's contact, 100%, but it's one of those ones he grabs him like instantaneously, and then that's like
reaction,
it's not like a I don't know. If that was against us, I think I would probably be a little bit angry.
Yeah, especially Popey made the most of it to win the penalty. Not saying you shouldn't.
No.
He did
what he should have done. Yeah, it's brilliant from Ben.
And that's why we absolutely love him to, like you say, he won the first ball, won the second ball. He got him between the ball and the man who touched him. And it was a severe amount of contact, enough to send him down, but he made sure he gave
he made sure everyone knew about it, didn't he?
Yes, 100%. And in doing so, gave the ref 2 decisions to make, and he made them in our favour, and we capitalised again.
Yeah, it was funny because when the penalty was given, I wasn't even thinking about a red card at all. It didn't even spring to my mind. I wasn't, we weren't just chatting off, straight away. I don't know if you did, but I certainly didn't think of it until someone said, he's been sent off. And I was like, oh, wow,
brilliant.
Because I was too busy, tweeting away about the penalty.
Yeah, it's like, oh no. Anyway.
Yeah. So, but I mean, in hindsight, if he does give the penalty, I suppose he has to give the red card because Pope's about to swing his left boot at it and have a shot at goal from about 10 yards out.
Is there not double jeopardy rule anymore though?
No, but it's only if you make a genuine attempt.
Genuine attempt at the ball.
At the ball, yeah. So if he cleaned him out 2 foot from behind, he could have argued it was a genuine attempt to play the ball, but because he's grabbed him.
That's not the ball, is it?
Yeah, look, it's very, very clever from Pope, and it's not a dive. It was definitely contact, so it is a penalty. But it's a softer penalty in my eyes. But Averley earlier in the season, we had a penalty that cost us 2 points, which in hindsight wasn't a penalty. So swings and roundabouts.
Karma's a funny game, isn't it?
But you've got to step up and you've got to score them.
Yeah,
and. In pre-season, we had a bit of a funky time.
No, we just got over that. Why have you brought that up
again? I think in the actual season, we've got a good record so far.
We do. We haven't missed, have we?
No,
in the actual season.
No, I mean that was our first one. I think that Carl Shorten one in the season. I think.
Oh, was it?
I think so. I might be wrong. Obviously, we've had a penalty shootout, but I think scoring-wise, I think that was our first one, and obviously he then made it double the next game, which we'll come on to. But I think those are our only 2 in the actual season. Obviously, pre-season, like George says, we've had.
Yeah, to be honest, now you said it, I'm thinking about. I'm trying to look.
We've had 3 penalties against us during games because Alfie's. Well, we'll come on to the latest one in a minute because it's in the same game. But Alfie's faced 2, and Rocco saved 1 at Brentwood.
Yeah, true. You're right. You may be right.
I think that was our first penalty of the season, which isn't a big shock. It's only 10 games in or something, but
not quite the record we had a few years ago, which was something stupid, like 4 years or something. Without we
had a long record of never getting a penalty.
I can't remember.
No wonder we were so rusty then.
Yeah. It was crazy. How many years was it?
I don't know, but now you bring it up, it's a great question to throw your way, which is going to put you on the spot brilliantly here, George. Do you remember the game? Where you were at, he's shaking his head already, but he was at this game. I'll try and try and sort of give him a bit of a clue. Ben Pope won the penalty back in 2018-19. We were at this away game. We scored the penalty, and that was our first penalty that we'd got in 3-4 years.
Yeah, it's Haringey Borough.
Yeah, it was Haringey Borough.
I remember now.
There you go.
Said Pope won a penalty. I was thinking, I have no idea, but
let's see. No, I was just
Haringey Borough, and we conceded late on, didn't we? Twice, was it?
3 times.
3 times.
3 times late.
We were 4-1 up with about 10 minutes to go and drew 4-4.
God, we're good at this.
Good. And 2 of those were penalties as well we gave away.
Oh dear.
Good times, everyone.
Present more happier time.
Yeah, sorry about that, but I just
Chris
thought
Whelpdale stepped up on the Monday night.
Back to
and he buried it. Really emphatic penalty.
Yeah, if we get back to the scheduled Chris Whelpdale praise, please.
Yes.
Yes.
He smashed it top corner.
Absolutely right where the owl sleeps.
You can put
such a good pen.
But keeper standing in the top corner and he's probably ducking out the way of it. He just rocket. Thanks very much.
I mean, that's the reason we are praising him. He stepped up when we needed him to, smashed in the top corner to put himself joint top goal scorer in the league.
Yep.
He's smashing it.
Joint top goal scorer.
Yeah, really.
Burgess Hill. Incredible.
Happy days.
Yeah, brilliant. And a win. A win on the road.
We did make it a little bit more nervy though towards the end.
Yeah, just a bit.
Which we won't touch on massively, but we then gave away a penalty, which live I didn't know what for because I didn't see it. I think I was tweeting something at the time. And nobody around us in the away seemed to have much idea about what happened or what went on.
No idea.
I don't know if you, Lynden, did you see it live? And
I did.
And your immediate thoughts were
soft.
Fair.
But yeah.
And then I saw it back on the replay, which Kai Shorten did highlights, which you could actually see it, and it looks a penalty. Glenn Ray sort of loses his man and grabs him from behind. But the ref is instantaneously to give it though.
No doubt in his mind.
So
really,
I mean that. I think
it is a pen. But
yeah,
I mean,
I think it is a pen after watching it back. But the ref is more than happy to give him a pen.
And we had a bit of a discussion just about our penalty, so maybe it was a case of levelling it up a little bit.
Maybe
we gave him a decision to make. So.
It's interesting how many times you talk. We've mentioned this before. We've mentioned it before on podcasts. It's general football chatter. It's like how much about referees do feel that sometimes they have to balance out a decision.
Yeah,
and I really hate that. Like I feel like
same.
If a referee's made a mistake and they've awarded a dodge penalty earlier on, they shouldn't be thinking about evening it up. They own the mistake and move on. You then can't be making calls later on just for karma or whatever you want to call it, like to even up a game.
Yeah.
Like
2 wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, I just don't think a referee should be doing it. I'm not saying that they are. I'm not saying that's what happened.
Yeah, because I think it was a penalty. It was just.
It's a conversation that we have so often. Like,
Very quick whistle. Yeah. I mean, the ball hadn't even got to the box before. Like literally, the ball hadn't got from. It was a free kick out wide, and before the ball would get into the box, the penalty was given.
It's just a conversation we have so much that.
But there we go.
There has to be an element to it for us to discuss it so much as football fans, both on and off the pod. That I'm just like, I hope that's not what referees are doing. I really, really hope. Like, if you made a mistake, just own it.
Yeah.
Referee the game as it should be refereed.
Agreed.
Your decision should never be influenced on, on things that happened earlier on in the game, unless it's from a consistency point of view. Like, I've given a foul for that, I need to give a foul for this. But it shouldn't be based on, I've given one team maybe a dodgy penalty that I probably shouldn't have done. I'm now going to give them a dodgy penalty. No. I really hope that's not the case.
No. Agreed. And then, they scored the penalty this time. But to be honest, with about 15 minutes to go, with a bit of added time as well, I thought we saw the game out pretty well. Obviously, we were playing 10 men, yes. We did drop back and they were having a lot of the ball and sort of, crosses in out wide and stuff. But in terms of actual, clear-cut chances and things like that, I thought, in hindsight, we defended that quite well in the end.
Yeah, and Alfie was brilliant. I think he commanded his box really well. He dealt with a lot of balls into the box, like calmly, effectively, strong. Like I thought it was a good game for him.
Yeah.
Especially those last 10 minutes, because they did put a lot into the box, and not taking anything away from the boys outfield as well. They defended it well, but I thought Alfie came out and made a few good takes, punches, catches, and I thought he did really well. Yeah,
they gave him a lot to deal with in the air to catch and combat. Everything he came out for and grabbed it straight away. It earned him Kobo's man of the match, which is quite the award. But no, he really done us proud.
Straight on the mantelpiece, that one.
Oh, yes. But yeah, he did us proud that evening. And I think it sort of showed as well how far we came in such a short amount of time, as we were in a similar position against Carl Shelton a few weeks before, and it didn't go so well. And then to make such big steps in such a short amount of time shows the work Gary and Jay and all the squad put in to flick the mentality in terms of holding on to that result against the same team.
Yeah, like you say, would have been very easy for the players to go, oh, here we go again.
Yeah, definitely.
Late on against Carshall when I've been here before.
And for their players to also think, okay, we can get something here. So we had a lot to hold on to, and we did.
And we did. And that's, and it's going to be a stark contrast for the game we'll talk about in a minute, but it was good to see because we have been a victim of that this season. I think a little bit of, call it whatever you want to call it, whether it's complacency, heads going down, whatever, losing the game in the last sort of 10 minutes. That we've been a victim of that a few times. We still maybe not have learned from it yet, but that game as an example in its own right, I think we closed the game off really well, and we just need more of that this season, as evidenced by Whitehawk. But
yeah, and I'm sure we will see more of it, because the more we see this Hillians team under Gary and Jay, the more positives we see and the more lessons we learn. So
yeah,
I'm
100%.
sure it'll go well.
100%, yeah.
To Whitehawk then?
Yeah, to Whitehawk.
To the Hawks.
Yeah, good. Really chuffed with the result.
Love Whitehawk.
Love Whitehawk.
Why did it have to be Nathan Cooper? Why? Don't get me wrong, I love Nathan Cooper. When he was at the club, I really got on with him really well. I thought he was a lovely stand-up bloke. Stand-up bloke. Why did it have to be him?
Yeah.
Why?
Really, really frustrating, to be honest.
It was always going to be there, wasn't it? But then the frustrating thing is, it's from the set piece. Obviously, who do we know who scored for us so many times last year? Why leave him in the 6-yard box alone? But
no, it's so annoying, right? Because for 80 minutes of that game, I thought we were really good.
I thought we were really good.
I was
so good.
Yeah, I was so impressed by the way we were moving the ball. It's exactly how we wanted to play, and it was like the blueprint of this current Burgess Hill vision.
Yeah.
We moved the ball well. We moved it quick. The penalty incident was, I don't know what the view you saw of it, but it was so well worked from Luther and George. I thought Luther, one of our new signings, I thought he had a really, really good game.
Yeah.
I think he combined really well because he was filling in for right back. I don't believe right back's his natural position. No. So he was filling in at right back for Hamish, who, congratulations, by the way, Hamish.
Yeah, shout out
Hamish. Congratulations on your new arrival.
More young Hillians.
Young Hillians, yes.
Shout out Megan for the birth as well.
Thank you. I didn't, yeah. Hamish put in some effort 9 months ago, but yeah, well done, Megan.
Good.
Luther filling in for Hamish at right back. I thought he played really well. He linked up really well with George, and that penalty, little 1-2 on the edge of the box. George, it was a little back heel from George.
Yeah.
Not you.
No, not me.
I wish. Little back heel from George to send Luther into the box clear, and then got pulled down. I thought it
was such a good move.
Yeah, for me was an epitome of the game. Yes, we won a penalty, deserved penalty, 100% a penalty. But that kind of style of movement, quick, one-touch football, moving the ball really well, that happened a lot in the first 80 minutes, frankly. Like, for most of the game, we made great moves like that and created chances like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought that was really good. And then, obviously, who steps up to bury the penalty?
Just about to say, who scored the penalty, guys?
This podcast is sponsored you by Chris Webber.
Yeah, to score his 9th league goal in 11 league games.
Really?
Starts in 9 in 11. Yeah, because he missed Lewis, obviously, so we've done 12 league games. He's played 11 out of 12. Maybe a reason why Lewis was so bad, because we had no whelps. Who knows? We'll never know. But
yeah, maybe.
But yeah, 9-11, he's back to joint top goal scorer again. I'll mention this very briefly. The guy who he's top with, right, and I know we've spent a lot of this time talking about penalties, the guy he's top with is a Ramsgate midfielder who's got about 7 penalties this year already.
Oh, wow.
Look, no offence to the guy. He's obviously very, very good at penalties, but how on earth have Ramsgate got so many penalties this season?
Has he scored all of them? What I want to know is, have they had more penalties than he's missed?
Maybe he's missed. I don't know. I don't know about the ones he's missed, but I don't know about the ones he scored. Because a lot of he's top goal scorer, but 3/4 of his goals have been penalties. So I would like to think that they're going to eventually drop off at some point and Welps can extend his lead a bit. But
yeah, it's a good sign for Welps there. If they get less lucky with penalties, he can really thrive. But when do we play them? I'm kind of worried now.
Just before Christmas, I believe.
Okay. We won't touch any of their players.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't let them in our box.
No, just one of them things. Ramsgate are just getting a lot of penalties this season. Deservedly, I'm sure, but just a observation from me. Obviously, Stefan got got the first goal as well. And I just wanted to touch on it because, like I've mentioned twice already, another goal scored at exactly the right time for Burgess Hill. You know, I think me and George were saying to it just before the goal happened. We were saying, what a time this would be to score. If we can just nick one before half time, that would change Sean Saunders' team talk for Whitehawk. Because they've obviously been set up to, you know, be really compact defensively, try and stay in the game for 70, 80 minutes and then nick it at the end, basically. Or that's how I saw it anyway. So for them to get to half time, he'd have been quite happy with 0-0. He'd have been, you know, then he'd have gone for it a bit more second half when we would have, you know, tried to go for it as well. So for us to nick that goal just before, I say nick, we obviously deserved it, but it was, I think, the 5th minute of added time in the first half.
Yeah, it was like very late on.
So that, you know, and it sends everyone in happy, you know, really changes things. So that was good, obviously, Stefan to get his first goal as well. And then, like I say, for 80 minutes, honestly, I thought we were really well. I wasn't particularly worried. They weren't putting us under loads of pressure, something that the fans have noticed and has been spoken about is that there seems to be a common shift, right, in what we think might be a denominator between the goals we're conceding and what's going on. It seems to be when we're trying to go a bit more defensively, right, in substitution. So we took Ben Pope off for Ryan Worrell, and then we took, I think after Cooper got one back, we then took George off for Reggie. Now, obviously, you know, we don't sort of question the managers, but it just seemed, especially the Ben Pope one, where it was obviously just to try and shore it up a bit in the midfield, just to be a bit more defensive. Maybe it was a coincidence, right? But it just seemed that we've noticed this season that when we're trying to make it a little bit, you know, try and sit a bit deeper and try and be a bit more stability in the midfield, it sort of goes the other way for us. We sort of lose. Burgess Hill seems to be the best form of defensive attack for us, right? And, you know, I just wanted to get you two thoughts on it, really, because it's something that's been spoken about in the Alliance. It's a curious, you know, thing that's been brought up. I think there might be something to it for me personally. I don't think we're set up good enough to just go, right, we'll go 5 at the back, we'll park the bus like an Italian team does, and, you know, you can come and score against us, because guess what teams do? Whitehawk proved it, right? We tried to do that, and they got 2 in 10 minutes, so...
Maybe sign Giorgio Chiellini or something.
Yeah, good. Get Chiellini out of retirement.
No, I think you're onto something. And Gary mentioned something I was thinking about, so it gave it a bit more credibility in the interview with Obi, about he's not sure if the team's maybe coherent in those moments. And some people want to drop right back and, like you say, park the bus, see the game out, which there's nothing wrong with doing. I do think we're good enough to do so. We proved it in Carshalton. Whereas some of us want to keep pushing up high and play the same football we were playing the previous 80 minutes. And it's that I don't know, it's maybe not coherent, like I said. And there was one point I remember when the team really dropped back and Whitehawk had the ball on the halfway line, which wasn't happening before 80 minutes. And Whelpdale was screaming at everyone to get up the pitch. And a couple did, a couple didn't. And I think that's where the problems arise, when a team isn't together in those key moments. Yeah,
100%. I mean, and building on that, and that's an excellent point, because I didn't notice Whelpdale doing that. Because I actually mentioned to Gary a couple of days ago when I saw him after the game, I really liked the way we set up. We held such a high line and really didn't let them get those high balls into, is it Rob O'Toole, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chief. We really defended high, didn't let him win those balls near our 6-yard box, Gary. And this sounds like I know what I'm talking about, but I'm basically just repeating what Gary told me. But I really liked it. I noticed it because I even noticed like Alfie picking the ball up quite high. Sometimes Alfie was playing the ball from almost at the centre circle. Like we had a really, really high line and we defended that really well. But then as the game went on, especially in that last 10 minutes, we just came deeper and deeper and deeper. And I think, substitutions maybe a little bit, I don't want to say negative, but defensive. And it's the old adage, isn't it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like we played so well for 80
tricky,
minutes. Obviously, I understand fatigue plays a part, and you want to get fresh legs on if you see people struggling, and probably some of the guys out there were blowing. So, yeah, obviously, and again, we never criticise the managers in here. At the end of the day, they know what they're doing. But it was really the way we defended definitely changed, and I think that's naturally going to happen with any team in the last 10 minutes of a game. But it did seem that those last 10 minutes were just chaos. Yes, all right, we've got a point. And ultimately, if someone said to you, you're going to take 7 points from 9,
oh man,
you'd snap their arm off. So we have to be happy with 7 points from 9. Like, absolutely. That's great. But it did feel like a loss, being 2-0 up and so dominant for most of the game, to then only walk away with a point is so frustrating for the fans, and it was so frustrating, obviously, for staff, David and Vicky, fans, like everyone I spoke to after the game was very, very disappointed that had happened. It's taken a long time for us to be able to talk in a calm manner about the result. Very, very frustrating. And I just think, maybe there's just a little. Again, we've just gone. After such a good performance at Carl Shorten and closing the game out, we seem to have maybe come circle again and didn't close the game out. So, yeah.
Yeah, and we've, I don't want to harp on about it because we've done it in previous episodes, but we have given away leads, towards the end in previous games before, right? This isn't, unfortunately, a first thing for Burgess Hill. So it certainly seems to be, and Gary and Jay know this, it certainly seems to be something that we still need to really, hone in on and make sure that we stop something so often. It's such a tricky one, right? But yeah, just that corner. It was literally like 5 seconons to go. Just get rid of that. Someone do anything with it. I don't know. Just launch into the air. Oh, I don't know.
And again, just drawing comparisons again. It was just again a polar opposite. Alfie at Carl Shorten was brilliant. It came out closing him really well. Dealt with a lot of high balls. It's not his fault. It's definitely not his fault. No. But he did those last two. Did miss a couple. Sort of, he was a little bit stranded at his. I think it was even his near post for the first goal. He seemed a little bit stranded, and I don't know if he misjudged it. Obviously, hard for me to see it was down the other end, but for me, it looked like he was a little bit far out of position, a little bit stranded, and I don't know. We just didn't deal with. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Really, it's just other that we just didn't deal with him as well as we did on Monday.
We just didn't deal with it, right? I mean, and that's the bottom line of it. I don't think Alfie covered himself in glory, to be honest, with the last couple of goals. But counteracting that, I don't think again the defence helped him out at all.
No, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, if anything, he probably saw that they weren't doing it, so he was gone to do it, and can't do it all himself. Unfortunately, bless him.
So really, really frustrating.
And he probably did deal with plenty, but watching the highlights back, you see the goals.
Yeah, typical life of a keeper, right?
One of the 100 balls they smashed into the box. And he didn't necessarily come and claim it as you would want your goalie to, but he's been unbelievable for us stepping in the last few weeks, what he has. So big shout out to Alfie, and I'm sure he's got a really bright future.
We'd 100% been in a worse situation if he wasn't about. So all hats off to Alfie, and we massively appreciate him.
Brannan still in the goal, and maybe it wouldn't be quite up to 7 points.
I totally forgot Brannan O'Neill played in goal for us.
Brannan O'Neill played in goal. That will go down as a landmark moment for this season. Whatever happens.
They thought he was Rocco.
This season is bonkers, right? And we're only in October. We've had 2 3-3s. We've had Brannan O'Neill in goal. We've had
a game with 3 red cards.
We've had a game with 3 red cards.
Penalties galore.
Welcome to the Premier League.
Yeah, it's exciting football, guys. We are so back.
We're so back. Monday Night Football.
That's the sort of recap on everything. And then we back in action, back at home Saturday, focusing again, FA Trophy this time.
Yep.
Up for the cup.
Give
it a go. Nothing to lose. They're a really strong side, aren't they, folks? And haven't lost in the league yet, despite not playing at the home ground till a couple of weeks ago first. They were playing home games away from home.
Was it Chatham?
I think
a few at Chatham, few at Margate. But yeah, so they've had a real impressive start, and I think I wasn't there for the game, but when they came down here, they showed how good they were. But we also showed we were a match for them. We can give them a right go, and all we got to do, I mean, it sounds maybe a bit defeated, but all we got to do is draw, like we did against Potter's Bar.
Yeah.
Go to penalties, and then it's all left from
there. Go straight to penalties.
We don't have to beat them.
And then if Chris Webber can take all of the penalties,
yes,
you get multiple disguises for him.
There you go.
We got some solid penalty takers actually.
But that should be a good game.
Even the Potter's Bar shootout. Was it Hay? No, it wasn't Hamish. It was
Glenn.
Who missed the penalty? The penalty? Josh, wasn't it? Yeah. It was saved, wasn't it? Yeah.
Spinks ruined there at the end.
Yeah. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, you got away with that.
Yeah. But no, it's good penalty takers. So yeah.
It should be a good game.
It doesn't matter because we're going to win it in 90.
Yes,
no, exactly. But it should be a good game.
None of this penalty shenanigans.
Very good game.
I mean, the club are in a real good light right now. I mean, I think this is our second best start to the season ever in terms of where we are. I think it's only 10 years ago we started better, and then we fell off a cliff that year and we were down the bottom. But yeah, we're really looking impressive this season. And we're rocking and rolling in the Premier. We're back, and we're not just here to take part. We're here to play.
Very true.
We're showing that.
100%.
Very true.
Right, so let's wrap this up. Very quickly, we've opened the forum to some questions from the fans. George is the guest. Pick a number between 1 and 8.
The magic 7, Steph's number. Is this number 7?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, very quick. Who would be your ideal podcast guest? One Burgess Hill related, one non-Burgess Hill related, but from the world of football.
From the world of football.
Very quickly, because we've got to wrap this up.
Yeah, I'd love Chris Whelpdale on. I think we all love him in the stands. I think we've spoken to him before, maybe. But yeah, get on the podcast, Chris. We all want to hear from you as I'm going to claim it, number one fan. I'm here. Let's go for it. And non-Burgess Hill related football. Someone who's done big things for non-league, maybe. I wouldn't know where to even begin.
Maybe just Chelsea related, for sure.
Oh, yeah, in terms of someone... if I was going to be on hosting...
vetoed.
Yeah, if someone's going to be on, I'd have Jose on. Speak to Jose.
To be fair, I would back that as well. Yeah, that'd be cool.
He's currently managing at Newcastle. Well, not at... Benfica are playing Newcastle, is what I mean.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He hasn't been announced as Newcastle manager. Yeah, breaking news. Anyhow's gone.
Yeah.
Jose in. No, he's managing at Newcastle at the moment.
To have Jose down. We'd have to do it at the ground. Jose, get him down.
Jose to mid-Sussex, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Love that.
I'll believe it.
Cool. Oh, well, thank you so much, George. It was really a pleasure to have you on, and we're sure we'll definitely have you on again.
I'd love to. It's been tip-top. Thank you very much, guys. And I hope everyone at home enjoyed.
Yeah, I hope so too. And we'll wrap this up very quick because people have got trains to get to. So not me because we're in an open room. See you all on Saturday for Folkestone.
Yes. Come on, you hill.
Indeed, up the hill.
Up the hill.
Thank you, George.
Thank you. Take care, guys.